Jump on into something job special, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead, a couple quick moments to pump on in and talk a little bit of shit because I feel like it. It's a beautiful Saturday, y'all. Feel good out of this joke, y'all. Feel good, yo. Wonderful day, y'all. I'm out with this joke, man, ready to get to the living, y'all. Get to the enjoyment, man. Get to the happiness, man. Get to the joy, happiness, peace in your life, yo. Get to this decency, y'all. Decency within, yo. Ain't to nobody else's fucking standards. The decency you set within to build something greater for yourself. Don't you think you deserve to do something better for your own goddamn self? You don't need to take my fucking advice. I ain't giving no advice. I'm just talking shit. When lace through that fucking shit, you may see a couple flies dancing, and those flies are carriers of little fucking buzzy fucking messages that you need to decipher. And if your dumb ass want to go up there and walk in the shit and find flies, then boom, that's your 10%. That's your 10% of the brain you working with there. 90% of modern humans only use 10% of their fucking brain, and you probably be that dumb ass to go out there and I gotta find out what the real said about them flies and the shit. Let me go over here and smell and check. Stop looking external for your truth and decency. Everything that you ever desire in life comes from within. Within. People out here looking for the holy grail and secret to longevity. It's all within. When we start taking care of this body, understand our true nature, that we are light beings in the body of the beast. It is what the fuck it is, y'all. What is the beast? The beast they considered the chimpanzees. They called them beasts. And they genetically, over 200 some thousand years, it was a decision that was made to genetically modify the chimpanzees to shape them in their image. Get it? It's the reason why we're not as like little big fur balls running around this bitch like the rest of the creatures on this planet. Chimpanzees still on the planet doing the same shit they've been doing back in the day. They looking at us, we're their bald-faced cousins and shit. They think we're so fucking intelligent. Don't know our true origins. Was born into this system or whatever. The only reason we was given these genetic upgrades with the mind and the appearance, so we can go mine the fucking gold, so we can receive some instruction, so we can go do the fucking work. Every human on this planet was a slave to the Anunnaki to mine the fucking gold. Here's what it is. And even right now, to this day, humans are still slaves to their wants, needs, and desires. And there has been physical slavery, after that, where other humans that were put in charge of different situations were allowed to have slaves, come owners and masters of their own right. Think of what is planet Earth really? This planet is realistically for me, you probably won't find it written nowhere. But for where I'm looking at it, planet Earth is a resource planet. It's a big fucking resource planet. Like all these wonderful elements that power technology, that govern our life, that allow life to flourish, flourishes right here on planet Earth. It's a resource planet. It goes through natural cycles from up to down. We're not the first advanced civilization on this planet. Like 50, 60 we know of. I'm sure it got to be further than that. I'm very confident it is. This not even our galaxy. It's our planet and solar system. We're part of the Sagittarius galaxy. And that's been merging in with the Milky Way for long before we would ever thought of. Science, man. Technology. Hey, you done seen all your space movies and your sci-fi movies and shit. All that was designed to do, not so much to just educate you, but to judge and see if you're if the populace is mentally ready to receive that kind of knowledge about self. The possibilities, you know, of having that advanced tech. Like right now, with our smartphones, your smartphone has an app on it that's incorporated in it where it has a voice communicator. Where you seen that first in the 60s, right? Star Trek, they had communicators, tablets, technology, computers, all this stuff we have now in advance. Technology has been suppressed on this planet from the masses, but that's given the history of what humans have done with the knowledge. They've done some of the most fucked up shit. They have done some of the most amazing things. But the real reason why a lot of the technology was held, because, hey, why fuck up a good thing while it's still paying? So if people have their financial interests, ahead of innovation, well, guess what? Still got to feed your family, right? And that goes right back to you. Everybody, individual at the home, still has to feed their family. Still has to finance their life. You live in society. But you're taught to denounce the natural part of the world. To hate our hair. Our hair has a nerve in this, you know. It's a extension of our sensory. Now I walk in the room, I can feel the tone. But when I put a cap on my fucking head, it feel like I'm blocked off from the world. I never noticed these subtle things until, I started to work on my sensory, build myself up. You start noticing the subtle differences in reality. You get stuck in this matrix. The system, what is a matrix? Matrix is a mindset. We're born into this system. We're born into society. Society has, systems that are in place to plug you in. And realistically, what are systems? They're just guardrails to mitigate the chaos. That's all there is. All systems and laws are just guardrails to mitigate the chaos. Because when we uneducated, we don't know the shit. But we out here primal, like little beasts. Fucking up, doing whatever. No regard for our actions. Every other creature on this planet doesn't have the responsibility of the modern human. Doesn't have the master, the total ability of creation outside of their natural order. So when we start referencing the truth in the matter, we start thinking about the possibilities within. I think about the possibilities within all the time. And that's what guides me to get on up there and figure it out. Think outside the box. Somebody slammed the door in your fucking face, you find a new fucking solution. And if that solution don't work, you bust down that goddamn wall and make your own fucking door. Or you just make your own path around them son of a bitches. And you ain't got to worry about it. But when we're stuck in this 1 + 1 = 2 shit, and when it does not, when everything doesn't go in that simple motion, that simple mathematics shit, everything's that simple analytical 1, 2. If it doesn't meet the box, then it's unknown. We walk away from the unknown. That is stupid. You need more creativity, more imagination to get through life circumstances. Shit goes on, motherfucker. A lot of shit going on, y'all. If you ain't paying attention, that's your goddamn fault. Turn off your fucking news. You listen to that shit all fucking day long. You get distracted. You feel so sensitive. That's your fault. It's supposed to inform you of current events. You're not supposed to internalize that shit. Supposed to pop in, boom. Know what's going on, bam. So when you move out in the day, you know what situations to avoid, what situations not to avoid. The news is a valuable resource. But when you allow the feelings and emotions that are expressed all the crime and all that, you start to attach yourself to the news, put your feelings on what is being reported, that's a problem. When your feelings should be directed towards self. You should love yourself enough not to give a damn about shit that's out of your fucking control. You should not. You should not disrespect yourself and put yourself through the heartache and pain of worrying about what the fuck you did in the past. Because see, karma's a bitch. You know? When you live a fucked up life, you treat a lot of people bad, and somebody gives you fucking compassion, that one of the motherfuckers that you treated real bad give you compassion. Well, guess what? Your karma's gonna eat the fuck out of you. You always try to fight the kindness that somebody try to give you. And guess what? You'll truly be alone then. You'll be alone in the world with nobody to give you compassion. I know, because I've been alone for a long time. A long time. Not like this. This is the best experience I've ever had in some of my recent days. I had my mind in the game of life. Clear mind and coherent, ready to make the thing happen. Every moment for the rest of my life. I see it. The veil has been lifted. Truth shall be told. Life shall be lived. There's nothing else that needs to be done except this powerful work that we need to do for self. Let anybody else tell you different, they're a fucking asshole. Somebody tell you to josh around and deal with your circumstances, they're a fucking asshole. You leave them son of a bitches alone. You cut them off fast. And you ought to give them enough compassion to leave them the fuck alone. Because they lead you down the wrong path. And once you realize it, and you get too deep in it, you're going to feel like some type of way. And if you allow those feelings of feeling some type of way fester too long, well, guess what you may end up doing to that person? You may end up killing that son of a bitch. Hurting that son of a bitch. Wasting your energy with words on that son of a bitch when you're supposed to be breathing and doing right by yourself. So we got to recognize that as we grow, we're going to have to cut motherfuckers off. Deal with them from a distance. You got to. You know. And when you do get ready to change, you know, for real, you're going to have to deal with yourself then. You're going to have to forgive yourself for all the shit you done did back then. Build yourself up, build your mind up, build your body up, keep it moving. Down here, Fort Washington, y'all. I like it down this motherfucker. Real nice home. Grew up down this way. I can see the hometown still need a little more love. Hometown need a little more love in their heart. A little more compassion for one another. That'll build the neighborhood up. People start putting more love all across this goddamn nation. Start pouring that love. And instead of putting that shit in the pie in the fucking sky and into their wants, needs, and desires, pour that fucking love into their self and give compassion to the other motherfuckers. You probably have a halfway decent community overnight if people start adopting that shit. Let's see. That's too easy. It's too easy. For most. For others, it's just a mindset. Switch. We change our mind, we change our direction, we move forward in a more productive manner. When you're so bound, so built and locked in on this material world, your eyes can't see what's not in front of them. When you need to have enough understanding of self to create that beautiful image of yourself in your mind and manifest it into reality. To see yourself happy and healthy and loving, eating properly, physically fit through martial arts, understanding the herbs and how to incorporate those things, the health benefits, so you can make your own potions, pills. Heal yourself from your ignorance. That's the problem with society. Society has broken minds, and they need to open up their eyes and become clairvoyant and see the light.